Hi, you're on.
Oh, hi! Tina, say hi.
Hi, I'm here live with Sandy in Dallas, and I'm staying with her. So I really appreciate that. And she's one of our Ageless Movement members. And here's Tina. So her dog is quite a bit bigger than Lola, but it's always good to have dog love. Wherever I go, I love to have dog love, right? Tina, you provide so much good dog love. So today we are going to talk about what kind of man are you? So in this time, um, it's like the masculine and the feminine haven't gotten along for many, 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 many years. Like we could say 5,000 years is sort of the thought that when the masculine began to power over the feminine. And so we are here to talk about how to bring the feminine and the masculine back together so they work together within each of us. So how I'm doing this is my beautiful, hey Nancy Turner, I'm glad you're on. My beautiful, amazing mentor in Hawaii is this 87-year-old man that lives in sort of the top of the mountain. He's kind of like a guru. He's really incredible. And we were just talking about it as I was going to go teach last week before I went to teach at the symposium on yoga therapy and research. And I was telling him a story about one of my students who is afraid of that power over men, so kind of afraid of men. And she realized in doing the practices that she was holding fear in her hips. And from that, she owned her fear. And so the next time she was out walking, like she walks in this sort of country trail, and as she was walking and she was approaching a man, she first went into panic, and then she went, well, wait a minute. I'm holding fear, and then I'm projecting my fear onto him. So she was able to stop her fear reaction and just smile at the guy, make eye contact. And it was like a miracle for her. So when I was telling the story, my little mentor just like lit up and he said, well, when women are afraid of men, that we need to say to the man that we're afraid of inside of us, what kind of man are you? And just put that out, like put that question out and just feel that instead of projecting fear. Because the majority of men in my life are totally safe, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, yours too? Probably yours too. Oh, hey, Karen Fury. Glad you're on. Woo-woo. Just saw you last week, which was awesome. Yeah, so instead of being afraid of men, let's just ask to ourselves when we approach a man, what kind of man are you? Love that. But then I took it further because I was driving away from that appointment and it was like, wait a minute, I have masculine inside of me. So I asked myself, what kind of man are you? And the answer blew me away because you know what? I found I was acting like those men out there and I was powering over my feminine. And then I realized, because I've been working with lots of bodies in the last couple of days, the majority of the women and the men I'm working with are powering over their own feminine. So we cannot heal this masculine power over energy until we get it inside of us. So I'm going to challenge each one of you this week, do this practice and ask yourself, what kind of man are you? How does your masculine, which is your right side, whoops, that's my left side, my right side, how does your masculine treat your feminine, which is your left side? Masculine's outer world. So anytime you're out there thinking, doing, analyzing, that's all masculine. And whenever you're being and feeling, that's your feminine. So how does your masculine treat your feminine? So answer that question yourselves. Now, Sandy, do you have anything to say about that? When I met Sandy, woo, her left feminine side was so shut down and she was way out there with her masculine.
Yeah, I just read this morning, and actually just a little while ago, and I was like, whoa, okay, my masculine wasn't very nice, very controlling,
Yeah, mine
very
too.
powerful, and just leave me alone with everything else.
Yeah,
Clear the way. I'm coming through.
Yeah, mine too. And how did yours deal with feelings?
Didn't.
Mine either. Like mine just put down the feeling side of me, like put down my feminine, because my feminine is the feeler, right? And my masculine was putting her down. In our society, from all that power over, does the same thing. Like we get kudos for, making good grades. That's a doing. We don't get kudos or awards for having deep feelings, right? Yeah. And so a lot of us are feeling illiterate. Yeah. So I teach a lot about that. In fact, a workshop that I'm going to be teaching tomorrow here, and then also on the East Coast in September, is about reconnecting to our feelings. Yeah, so that's Sandy's little bell. Anyway, so we have to do the work to reconnect to our feelings. Hey, Lindsay, glad you're here. Karen Casey, awesome. Let's see. Oh, Karen Fury, you're driving now and listening to you. Awesome. Okay, so the practice that I'm going to give you to reconnect to your feelings is a wide-legged turn or a twist. And so I'm going to actually put Sandy in it because she's here. She can be my guinea pig. So I want Sandy to hop on the mat. And if she does that, she's going to straighten her legs straight out first. So she just knows what to do. So she's doing it. And then put your hands behind your buttocks. Yep. And tail down, which is good. Straighten through your legs, out through your heels. She's doing a great job there. Now she's going to start to walk her legs wide apart. So I'm going to do it from kind of the side so I don't get a crotch shot. Yeah. So she's walking her legs wide apart. Awesome. Now, as she walks her legs apart, she's going to roll her inner legs in, really extend through her heels, take her toes back, because we want to have a really strong inner leg as we do this. Then what she's going to do is her hands are behind her. She's going to inhale, do nothing. Exhale, lift herself up and scoot herself forward. She's going to do that a couple of times until she's like right on her edge. And then making sure her inner legs are rolled in again. Then bring her hands to center. Now she's going to find her breath. Inhale, do nothing. Exhale, she's going to start walking forward and down. Yep. Forward and down. And as she comes forward and down, she's going to start to feel that opening in the inner leg. Inner leg holds held anger. So if she goes into that space, she's breathing out the anger. There's been so much anger on both sides. The masculine against the feminine against the masculine. So we're releasing that held anger as we're here. Now, her tail's down because she really knows how to practice. But for those of you who are doing this at home, make sure your tail stays down like a root into the earth. Then after she's been here a bit, and she can really go into it because she's fairly open. So if some of you are way up here, don't worry about it. If some of you are here, that's okay. Now, she's just going to keep her heart down and walk her hands to her right side and tuck her right hand underneath her calf. And then she's going to turn her navel toward the ceiling and inhale that left arm straight up. Now, as she does this, we want no forward bending. So she's going to turn her navel in her rib cage straight up. There we go. Then what I like to do is make circles with my top arm. Big circles just to break up the tension. And I move my head and neck as I circle. Now, if you're super tight and your hand has to stay back here because you couldn't come forward at all, that's fine. So your right hand can just be back behind maybe like your thigh and just sit back in whatever way. Now, hold that arm straight up toward the ceiling, but that elbow's behind your ear. Then what you're going to do is just start to fall over that right leg, left arm coming over right or the ear, elbow behind the ear, and beautiful. And then breathe there. And the key is just to keep turning this navel toward the ceiling so that you're in a big side stretch. And she's just gonna breathe here. And what this is doing in this space of our power center is getting our masculine and feminine to reconnect to one another. So right here at the navel, we come into our power center, and the masculine and feminine start to turn together, like I call it circle dancing. So as you breathe here, Sandy, and those of you who are at home doing this, visualize that this left side's the feminine side, is coming, opening up to the masculine, coming to center and circle dancing. Awesome. Good. And whenever you have to come out, Sandy, just bring that top arm up as if someone's pulling you out. Come back, sit back with your hands behind you and just relax and feel the spinning. This is when I come out that I really feel it. Do you feel it?
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, and this is how we reconnect our masculine to our feminine. But I believe, like Sandy and I were talking, having that awareness of how your masculine treats your feminine is huge, huge. All right, so then Sandy's gonna pick herself up, and you at home, pick yourself up as you inhale, exhale, come forward, and just see if you can find a deeper space. Internally rotate that leg, yeah, toes back, good. And then just coming forward on each exhalation, dropping in as deep as you can, keeping the tail down as a root. And just breathing here a bit and releasing the held anger that tends to hang out in these deep inner leg crevices. Yeah, you know, we don't want to admit that we're angry, so we just store it in here. And again, if you can't go forward, just sit back, that's fine. Just do the best you can. These poses are not about being performed. We do what we can, we just go toward that direction. Some are more flexible than others, and that doesn't matter. Okay, so staying down as best you can. Walk your hands to the left hand underneath that calf. Others inside. Oh, yeah. And then exhale, turn your navel toward the ceiling. Yeah, turn that chest a little bit and inhale that right arm straight up. And then exhale, big circle back and around. That's it. Just making those big circles. And again, if you are tight, your arm can be behind your leg or it can just sit back. So it's just about going just as deep as you can. And it doesn't matter how far you go. Ha. 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 Nice. Now pull that right arm right back behind you, elbow behind ear. And then exhaling, start to fall over that left leg. Nice. Breathe. And notice Sandy can touch her toes. Most of you won't be able to. Turn from the navel. And don't worry about it. This is not a performance, remember. Now breathing, deeply breathing. And again, it's all about connecting this. This is the masculine side. Her right ribs are up toward the ceiling. She's connecting her masculine into her feminine so that they can become even more connected and circle dance together, even more in sync, working together. So I'm going to just give you a little more information. The masculine side in this space holds our personality, that which we share with the outer world. Left side, our soul. So this work is about getting our soul connected to our personalities. Awesome, right? I mean, my goodness, if they start working together, wow, what a world we create instead of being so disconnected. Soul's truth pulling away from personality, personality pulling away from soul's truth. Right now, I'm keeping Sandy here too long. When she's ready, she's going to come out by lifting that top arm, coming out and around, and just sitting back with her hands behind her and just feeling and noticing.
Oh, that's so good.
It does feel good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, you can walk your legs together. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Sandy. I really, really, really appreciate you being my guinea pig. Yeah. So now, come on over here, Sandy. You're off the screen. Oh, that was Tina. She's giving us a big like, woohoo, you did it. You might not be able to see her because she's black on a black floor. Oh, it's so good to be connected. Mm-hmm. And when we do that, we can feel that coming together. And it feels so like we're complete and whole. And if we just start to do this, so do the practice this week and let us know how you're doing on Facebook. I'd love to hear. I'm sure Sandy would too. And let's see. Oh, Kathy Scott Perry, my cousin's online. That's awesome. Hey, Karen X. Kathy, oh man, let's see, what is she saying? Mansplaining yourself. I love that. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, Jesse Goodalls. Boy, do I wish you were here right now. I had a massage. April, hi, guys. Nancy, from my history, I see my femme is weak most of the time, and my masculine is trying to be strong and holding emotions inside. Amen, sister. That's for most of us because of that culture of power over. We believe that our feminine is weak and that our masculine is strong. But I love the Tao, and it talks about how the weak and flexible are really the strong because they don't get broken down like a strong, held tree in a storm. Well, and they just had a big one here.
Yes.
And those really firm, strong, rigid trees broke and fell down. The more flexible ones just went with what was going on. And we have to, like, if, we appear as the feminine here, a lot of us, but we all have feminine and masculine within us. So it's all of our work, whether we're masculine or feminine, to start, calming our masculine down, getting it off of our feminine, allowing our feminine to become strong and nurturing our feeling, being self. Meditate more. Feel more. Everyone that I've worked on in this last week, just with this awareness in my mind, that's what I've been teaching. And it's so needed. So let's do this together, all right? Commitment?
Yes.
Blue? Yes, do the practice. Let me know how it goes. And thank you. I just will see if there's any other questions, but I think that's it. So good to be with you guys. Sorry I missed you last week when I was at SITAR, the Symposium on Yoga Therapy and Research, and it went really well. So I really appreciate that kind of support. All right. Love you. Bye.